5:30 is the time, and we are preparing for Tropical Storm Sally this morning.
Yeah, the track moving a little more eastward, as John Nodar will tell you.
All right, and we start off with Sally. The position is about 150 miles south of Pensacola right now. The actual center of the storm is on the western edge here. All of this is to the east of the center, and that's going to play into how this will affect our neighborhood as Sally moves farther inland. All right, so west-northwest movement right now, 60-mile-per-hour winds. Let's show you the track and remind you that this means the center of Sally could end up anywhere within this cone. And you saw that the effects of Sally extend well beyond that center, especially to the east. So it is going to affect our neighborhood, whether it comes in right here or it comes in closer, and that's a possibility too. The computer model forecasts now pretty much cover this entire spread, so it's wide open as to where this thing could come ashore. There are some things going on, very sensitive in the atmosphere, that could affect the movement of this storm. All right, so here we go. By Wednesday, it should be inland over southeast Mississippi or somewhere within this cone. And as it moves in, it's going to continue a southerly flow that is going to keep the storm surge up, the rain falling heavily in our neighborhood. Eventually and slowly, it will move out toward Atlanta by the end of the week. If you are in our more northern communities, some gusts of 25 to 35 miles per hour are possible tomorrow, maybe even above that, maybe above tropical storm strength at times, with 4 to 10 inches of rain, and a few spots could see higher amounts. But then you get down to the coastline, especially in Mississippi, 45 to 60 mile per hour sustained winds, gusts of 80 miles per hour. And again, this is going to be dependent on some minor changes in the track. Could change this a little bit. So 40 to 60 mile per hour winds, gusts to 80, 15 inches of rain are possible inland, 10 to 15. And again, possibility of a few spots getting higher rain than that. 5 to 8 feet of storm surge is possible. You get into Mobile and Baldwin counties, 35 to 45 mile per hour winds, so around tropical storm strength winds with gusts up to 65, 10 to 15 inches of rain, a little less as you go farther inland, and 4 to 6 feet of storm surge with isolated higher amounts. Then you get into northwest Florida. You're looking at 25 to 35 mile per hour winds, so just blustery winds there, but gusts upwards of 50 miles per hour, especially right at the coastline. 10 to 15 inches of rain possible here as well, with inland areas 6 to 10 inches and a 2 to 4 foot storm surge. On the radar this morning, a few showers starting to find their way up close to the coastline. These will spread inland later today. We're under a tropical storm warning for much of the News 5 neighborhood, including all of northwest Florida, a lot of southwest Alabama. And you get over here into Mississippi, the coast of Mississippi is under a hurricane warning. Flash flood watch in effect for the very heavy rain that we are expecting over the next couple of days. And I'm talking about really heavy rain. And not all at once, but it's going to be fairly consistent with bands of heavy rain, upwards of 15 inches in Mobile by Tuesday and 16 by Wednesday. Again, this is a guideline. It's not written in stone, but just realize that there are going to be some very heavy rainfall amounts in our neighborhood over the next couple of days. As far as storm surge, there is a storm surge warning from Baldwin County all the way through our Mississippi coastal communities. Elsewhere in the tropics, it's active with Paulette and Renee, new Tropical Depression 21, new Tropical Storm Teddy. None of these are threats to you, so we'll let that go and tell you that over the next couple of days, Sally is going to be the main feature, with heavy rain and storm surge the main problems.